Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Royce and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we were working on, well, this guy, the fabrication chamber from Calculator, which is an amazing thing that allows us to make a bunch of things pretty easily, including these atomic modules, which are a pain, atomic assemblies, which are a pain. We just need to have a bunch of circuits, and luckily we can get more by making speed upgrades in the same thing. Now, I just want to show off real quick, speed upgrade. If we look at the speed upgrade from Calculator, it requires atomic binders. To make 4, granted, but it requires atomic binders, and that requires iridium, and that is a no. That's a no from me. I don't want to do that if I can avoid it. I despise how heavily iridium is needed in this mod pack, just because it's just a pain. It's completely and utterly a pain to deal with. So one of the other problems is I've run out of uranium, so I haven't been able to fill this guy back up. So we're currently stopped on making more, making more iridium from iron, which would be nice to do. But we need to do a couple other things today. So, this guy, alright, he's set up to go ahead and start producing power to both the molecular transformer and to our other stuff. So, we're going to start working towards kind of the next thing, specifically the next age. That's the plan for today, getting to the new age. Because once we get to this point, we can start working on Applied Energistics, which is something I would kind of like. The less we have to deal with all of this stuff, the better. So kind of the plan is eventually we're going to have an Applied Energistics system set up in here that is going to run our entire base, and then we can have auto processing for like ores over here. This will be kind of a miscellaneous room. And then I'll probably slowly move everything out of this room and put it over there. Any sort of auto processing will be in here, and we'll put a trophy room in this guy. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what else we're going to need or anything like that, so who knows. But we'll have auto processing and all that kind of stuff. Maybe put some more things in there. And then this will be kind of just whatever we need. And we can start, hopefully, by then. So in order to get to the next, let's see, we have a solar panel tier 1. So solar panel tier 2 requires powered diamantine, plus more of that stuff. That's not terrible, other than it requires a lot of optic capacitors, and that's pain, but really not that bad. Solar panel tier 3 requires these stabilized interpearls, which we can now make, as we'll see today, and mica, so we can get up to tier 3. Tier 4 is going to require nether stars and mica, so we might be able to get to a tier 4. Now, real quick, let's take a look, because I'm curious. How good is a tier 4? Also, I'm trying to get some coal. That's what I'm currently doing here. So, we look at a solar array. Tier 1, which we have, is 700 RF per tick. Tier 2 is 4,000. Tier 3 is almost 16. And Tier 4 is almost 52,000 RF per tick. Now that's insane. That's a lot. It does require a lot of stuff, and it's a fairly large structure. But that's what the guy is for. So, and this guy is honestly a waste at this point. I think we're going to need the biofuel diesel stuff later, but for right now, we don't really, so a little bit of a waste with that, but whatever. Anyways, let's go ahead and make some coal blocks, and we can go ahead and get some syngas production going, and kind of the idea is for right now anyways, that's a transformer. MFE is pretty much full, so let's go ahead and put those guys in there, and that'll give us a ton of carbon. We'll get some power in here, and it should power this guy slowly, but it is. Alright, so the thing that we're going to want to do, first thing, is we need to add another recipe to our replicator. So that recipe is kind of simple. but very important. So what is it? Well, we need to get the machine frames from RF Tools. Luckily, I have the Palace crystals we're going to need. What was I looking for? This. And then we'll put this stuff in here. And we also need to fix the blaze spawner. That's kind of the other thing that I want to do. And that's going to require us to get a Yeta wrench, which is not too bad. But yeah, kind of looking ahead. Do we have 7? Yes. 7 of these. We'll get all this stuff. So let's go ahead and produce some electrical steel. That won't take too long. And we're going to need, so let's look up the machine frame. This guy requires machine chassis and an end rod, which I think we have some extra end rods. If I'm not mistaken, rather. Let's see, where would they be? Oh, I know where they're at. They're in here. So right there. Cool. So really we have a lot of the stuff we need. Let's take this out of the carpenter. Let's see, 3 of those. This guy. 2, 3, 4. And then the machine frame, and then nutrients distillation. So, hey, whoa. Oh, I constantly forget you can't actually do that. Can you? Oh, well, let's just do that, because it doesn't really matter. Take the nutrient distillation, put that in there. And we just need a machine frame, which, how much UU matter do we have currently in this whole thing? Let's see, replicator, we have 50. More than enough. Single run. So yeah, plenty of UU matter. There's machine chassis. That is the wonderful thing. So hopefully we can make this. Otherwise, we're only going to be able to make one machine for right now until we do some more work. But that's not a big deal. So there's the machine frame. And I just want to see if we can replicate that. If we can, perfect. If we can't, it's whatever. The worst part of all that is the Palace crystals. So at this point anyway, so can we scan this? We certainly can. So while we're waiting on that to process, let's go ahead and make the Yeta wrench so that we can try to fix the blaze spawner. And the reason we need to make the Yeta wrench is, well, you'll see. Unfortunately, I've tried some other things and they didn't want to work. So we just need cobblestone and sticks. And that should be everything. So basic gear, it's the other way around. And some electrical steel. Pretty easy. And now we have the Yeta wrench, which honestly we should have made a long time ago. If we did, I've lost it. So unfortunate, but whatever. It's not that expensive. By the way, I finished the floor in here. Looks nice. I really kind of like this birch wood with the dark basalt. In case you haven't noticed, my building style is contrasting, and I really like whites and blacks. Probably my favorite blocks that I've found so far are these marble and what is this, basalt, the environmental tech stuff. It just looks so nice. So yeah, that is kind of my style. I've tried not to build too much with cobblestone, especially I'm trying to use only cobblestone on flooring, and then everything else, but I'm gonna run out of blocks relatively soon. Also can't really work with wood too much just because of concerns about like fire and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, we take our Yeta wrench. I've got to remember how this works. Is it left click? No, right click. So is it shift left click? Aha, shift left click. We'll do up, strong signal. Why did it not connect still? Alrighty then, so as you can see, they're supposed to connect. Now, other thing I could try, up, default in, out, there we go. Now, is that going to work? Because it is getting a redstone signal now. It wants a redstone signal. So there we go. So we have blazes spawning, and now if I turn this off... Oh, now that's annoying. That guy spawned on top. I wonder. I have vector plates. I have plenty of vector plates. I wonder if we can put a vector plate on top of the spawner. But no more should spawn. Why is he stuck in the corner? No idea. Anyways, let's come out like this, and can we put a vector plate on top of here? No. Dang it. But what we can do, we could put blocks there, but meh. The amount of things that are going to spawn there is going to be kind of low, so it's not a big deal. We'll live, but otherwise, actually, we could just go ahead and put a diamond spike on top. That'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine. Alright, so just put a diamond spike right here. Perfect. Now things can't spawn there, but if they so something that is kind of not really intuitive is that that spawners don't spawn things on the ground. They spawn them in midair, which is why you can have some really cool traps as spawners. But that does cause issues with this whole thing because, well, things can still spawn on that spike, but they won't get stuck there, or at least shouldn't. And if they do, they'll die. So it's not a big deal either way. Cool, so we'll just let that run. Why not? Let's check this guy over here, see if we have any more circuits or anything good. Don't see anything. We still have plenty of work to do with calculator, but I want to take a break from that for now. So, do we have the machine frame inscribed or decoded pattern-wise or whatever this machine actually does? It is a scanner. It requires 12. We're going to save that. And we're going to go ahead and machine frame, let's go ahead and make one of these. So we'll never have to make a machine frame from whatever this mod is, RF Tools ever again. So there we go. Now, why do we want this? Well, to put it simply, we're going to need the electric crucible. That is the next thing on our list to do. And this is from NeoTech. Now, I'll be honest. NeoTech is something that I'm not too familiar with. Now, let's see. There's, looks like there's some sort of, there's a net launcher, spawner relocator. That's kind of cool. There's a wrench. There's batteries. Redstone clocks. There's tanks. There's solar panels. I believe these solar panels are really expensive, though. Yeah, each one, and Nori crystals aren't too bad. It's not that bad. They're just kind of annoying. The main thing about it that's annoying is gas tiers. But other than that, that's not terrible. Advanced, that's not bad either. Energetic, couple capacitors for those. And then the top tier are stabilized with elite. And then the stable stone. The stable stone is terrible. Don't make the stable. Actually, it's the basalt thing. I keep thinking that requires iridium, but it doesn't. It's basalt. So NeoTech has a bunch of machines, and the main thing from NeoTech is trying to get. What is it? What are we trying to get with this? Let's take a look. You can triple ores and all that kind of stuff, but in order to get to the next age, which is the technological age, which is Tech Reborn, aka Greg Tech, it is steel into refined iron. So let's take a look at that. And we'll try to make the machines that we need for that. Now, I don't want to get into Tech Reborn. I'll be honest. Tech Reborn is terrible. It is GregTech. If you've never played GregTech, go find an old mod pack. One that I always played a lot of was the Minecraft pack, the 1.4 pack. That had GregTech turned on hard mode. It is a pain. It's also early Minecraft, so I expect really laggy gameplay. But yeah, no, it's a pain because it's both really cool. I actually like GregTech, but it's a pain to work with because everything requires it's a industrial craft add-on, so everything requires EU, and that is kind of the problem. So we need the electric solidifier and probably the electric crucible, or we could use the electric alloyer. But if we want this stuff, we're going to need the electric crucible. Well, we need the electric crucible anyways. So we're also going to need the solidifier. But yeah, so just to kind of solidifier, to kind of explain, the big thing that we're going to need in Tech Reborn, aka GregTech, is, I don't know if I can call it that. It's technically not GregTech because I don't know if the same people worked on it or what, but it's a reimagining of the same mod from way back when. But we're gonna be needing chrome. That is one of the big things, and titanium. Now, which titanium it is, I don't know. I think it's this one. I don't know. We'll find out. But chrome, luckily, I think there's only one. And in order to get this stuff, we need a blast furnace. You need to have ruby dust. And then the other thing, right, what is it? It's a centrifuge? It is titanium, powdered titanium, which comes from, oh man, what kind of macerator? No. Okay, let's take a look. So you need, yeah, Tech Reborn requires EU. First goal should be industrial grinder, which requires a ton of stuff, and it runs on, hey, guess what? EU. It's all EU, and this is kind of what's bad about this all, is we need to have better EU production. But we'll get titanium from bauxite and chrome from rubies. And yeah, that's going to be fun. In order to get to the space age, which requires us to get into different things. We'll get to that later. It's going to be a pain. For right now, the main thing is let's make these machines, which are not too bad, to be honest. We are going to need another machine frame, so let's go grab that real quick. And yeah, to kind of just sum everything up, I know I just did a ton of talking, just rambled on, but basically we need to get more infrastructure, and with that we're going to want to get the inscriber from Applied Energistics, which requires a thermal binder, which is going to require another machine frame. Nothing else here is that difficult, but the inscriber is going to require some more iridium. We actually could go ahead and make that today. We'll see if we want to make that. But let's go ahead and get to the age 9 and get the two machines that we're going to absolutely need in order to continue. And I say this because once we get to mechanism, which is still a little bit of ways away, mechanism has plenty of really good power options. So I'm not too worried about that. but we need mica. But the thing about it is steel production is the next thing we're going to need to worry about, as well as just we need to just work on our base. So we're going to need like 4 of these. Do I have any end stone? We have some end stone down here. We have some obsidian. Perfect. So after, like, there's about 3 or 4 things that I want to work on now, and luckily with all of the resources that we're getting, we can. So that's the nice thing. We are starting to get to the point where we have a little bit more freedom of what to do. It's not so linear and it's not so grindy. It's still pretty grindy, but it's not as bad. So we're gonna need silver for all of these, I believe. I think the recipe for all this stuff is the same. It just requires different things. So do we have enough to go ahead and get the stuff we want? We do. Let's go ahead and get an inscriber. Now we're only going to want 1 inscriber for right now, but we really can't use it. So yeah, we'll have to deal with that later. But we'll want 5, I think, in total. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's not too bad. It doesn't require too much stuff to make all this stuff, so it's doable in the end. It's just going to take us a little bit of time to get there. So we need 12 silver. And they all require different things, but they all require that stabilized ender pearl at the top. So that's 4 ender pearls with an end diamond. And that just means diamonds. So let's go ahead and grind up some diamond ore. I gotta remember the best way to do this. I always forget. Not that. Uses. We need... Let's see. The crusher gives us diamond dust, which we can't use until we have an enrichment chamber. So that's a no. The crusher, it's not bad. The sag mill has us a decent chance to get more. So, or we break it with our pick. I think that's what we've been doing. So let's go ahead and break it with our pick. And hopefully get some extra diamonds. So we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Let's see, it's 3. So yeah, there's 16? No, 32. No, 16. It had to have been 16. We got quite a few diamonds, so that's not bad. Let's go ahead. So we have the diamonds. We're going to need ender pearls. We're going to need a good amount of ender pearls. So that's something else we're going to want to start farming. Now what's going to be the easiest way to do that? Is it going to be easiest to make another farm like this, or what? I don't know. But we need some blaze rods. Let's grab those. And anything else in here? Nope. I kind of wait around just to see if anything happens, but let's see, it is 3 of these. We get some fire diamonds. Then we can stick the fire diamonds in here. And this takes a little bit, but it's not too bad. How much power does that require? Not that much. It's like 10,000. Does it actually say? No, it doesn't say. So with the diamonds, we can put this stuff in here and get the end diamonds. And this is something we'll end up automating eventually. And there's the stabilized ender pearls. Perfect. That was easy. It's not that hard, really. Also, it's starting to get dark. I don't like that. I don't like it when it gets dark in the mining dimension. One of these days, in other words, eventually, and this is probably going to be a decent ways off, but we'll eventually be able to just kind of, well, turn the weather off. And the way we'll end up doing that is with, I think Draconic Evolution has a whole system to make sure that it never rains. I don't know if we have to put it in the overworld or what, but definitely is something we can do. And that's why I had a sign in my inventory. I forgot. I was going to put a sign on that thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and get these machines. So there's the stabilized intervals. First thing needs a bucket. That is easy enough. So let's go ahead and do this. There's a bucket. And there is the electric crucible. So age 9 get. Another age. Let's go ahead and put that down. Cool. Looks neat. You can tell I'm really impressed. So electric crucible, done. Next is the electric solidifier, which requires a snowball. And then the last one is a slime ball. So I think we have that stuff, but I don't actually know. Slime ball we do. Yes, we have plenty of slime balls. Do we have any more snowballs? We have some snow blocks. Do I have any pumpkins? Do I even have any pumpkin seeds? If we have a pumpkin, we can make a, yeah, we have some pumpkins. So here's a question. One, where are we going to put this guy? I guess in this corner over here for now. But will a snowman melt in this dimension? I don't think so. Just do that, and he's good. Awesome. So now we can come up here and get literally an infinite amount of snowballs. And we'll do that. Recipe. Perfect. Let's just get one more. Oh no, I killed him. Oh well. We can always make another one. Let's just clean this up. And yeah, I don't want an extra snowball right now. So that's fine. Good to know we can always make them. So there's the solidifier. And then the thermal binder, which we're going to need to put back in and do some other stuff in a moment. So these machines can go in here, I guess, for now. I definitely need to come on here and just do some work. We need to start working towards getting better automation and all that kind of fun stuff. So if we want the inscriber, we're going to need stable stone. We're going to need 6 of that, which requires... I really wish the lightning wouldn't strike. Which requires... What's the other block? It is reinforced stone bricks, which is reinforced stone. That's not that bad. And then basalt. I kind of want to look around, see if we have any of this stuff. I don't know where it would be if we did. Bog earth, gray wool. I think the stable stone would be in there, actually, over with the other stuff. And then we're also going to need an atomic module, which requires some tanzanite, calculator assemblies, and reinforced iridium plate. So let's see what all this stuff we can make. We have 2 of those guys. So let's grab, let's go ahead and put the water away and grab some Pahoho lava. And can I just put it? I certainly can. So we're going to need 6 of these. I swear I had some basalt already. But that's something else that we're probably going to want to automate eventually. Did I already use some stable stone? I don't believe I did. No. Doesn't look like it. So I'm sure I have some basalt somewhere in here. Right there. Alright, so we have 3. We just need 3 more. as well as some advanced alloys. So let's get some iron, block of iron, block of tin, block of bronze. And we'll go ahead and make our first inscriber. Now this is something we're not going to be using anytime soon because it's a pain. We need to find a couple more things before we can really do too much with it. First of all, so there's that, but then also it requires forestry circuits to make, and those are a lot more difficult in this mod pack to get, because it requires the calculator circuits. So we need to kind of speed that up, and all in all, it's just kind of bad. Now, the fabrication chamber, real quick, a little bit of an aside, because what we're going to end up doing is, I think maybe next time we'll work on this. We're going to make the calculator stuff that's going to allow us to choose which things we want to make, because we could use it to make the atomic module. Now, we don't have all the stable ones. Those are harder to find, but we can get the atomic assembly. It just requires 4 of all these guys, and reds, no, all the stamps. So we don't have enough of the stamps, but we can get those pretty easily. And why would we want that? Well, the flawless calculator assembly requires one of those atomic, and that's the hard part. That is literally the only part about this that's really difficult, other than getting more flawless diamonds, which requires more iridium. So if we can get this guy, then we don't have to worry about it, and that's not too bad. We'll start working on that. I think that's going to be the next plan. We're going to do a little bit more calculator stuff. We're going to get the chamber, the thing that lets us choose what circuits to get, and that's going to allow us to make this a little bit easier without as much iridium. Still going to need some iridium, but it's not as much, and that's kind of important. So one more Pahoho lava, and we can always put more lava in there. Honestly, one of my next trips down to the mining area is going to be, let's go grab a bunch of lava and make my life a little bit easier. So there's that. So I believe it's iron, bronze, tin. Get some mixed metal ingots. Compress, overclock, and eventually we'll get more. Just a lot of eventuals, but that's all we need for right now. So this will give us our atomic module. Just need a single diamond. And you know what? Actually, you know what? This is a waste of our iridium. So I'm going to put that back. And I'll tell you guys what. Here's what we're going to do real quick. Let's go ahead and see if we can't make that other machine. So we'll put that stuff down. Compressor is done. All that goes in there. And this is probably out of power. What I can eventually do as well, if I can get this guy, I might need to make... So kind of my plan is I'm going to have systems like a farm here with the wood farm servicing the EU production area 100%. So basically all of the wood will go over there. And that is kind of silly sounding, but it's actually going to be really nice. You guys will see why later, but I'll need to make sure that gets enough power, so we'll probably have to make another water wheel and all that. But let's go ahead and if we take a look at the inscriber, this atomic module, we can craft it. Okay, the atomic module is a pain. Never mind. Let's go ahead and do that then. I'll get the, like, however many, we need like 3 flawless diamonds or something like that. It's not actually as many as we, like it would seem, but just because that requires stable circuits, that is something we cannot guarantee. So We'll worry about that later. But anyways, there's that. Thermal binder can go right there. Basalt. And we're going to need 4 large tanzanites and steel. Ooh, I forgot about that part. We have a little bit of steel. We'll see what all we need. But let's go ahead and start grabbing some of the stuff from over here. So the tanzanite is lapis. We can handle that. Ooh, I got a basic terrain module. I have no idea what that's for. Calculator assemblies. So there's 2. I just need 2 more, and then we need some more tanzanite. So the large tanzanite is from lapis blocks. Okay, that's simple enough. So we'll grab that. We need 4 lapis blocks. And then we'll need to make the 2 calculator assemblies, which is going to require 8 steel. So we have enough steel. Perfect. And once we have our first inscriber, we can start worrying about making more later. Again, once we have more automation and all that kind of fun stuff, it'll come. So let's go ahead. We also need the stable stone. That's the other thing I was doing. And that just requires a simple calculator. We need... Oh, let's see. Wrong thing. So it is a 1-to-1, and we're going to need 6 recipes worth. So we need... Let's see. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we need 12. And that's done. So we should be able to handle the rest of this. Perfect. So yeah, next time we're definitely going to do more work with calculator, I think, is the next thing to do. We might do a little bit of just miscellaneous things with... Where did I put my calculators? There they are. We might do some miscellaneous things with Applied Energistics. Just trying to find these inscriber presses, because I don't believe we have them. We can find them though, so that's the important thing. But there's a stable stone. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Next is these calculator things. So we need 8 buttons and 8 cobblestone. That should be it. So make those, that, and then the atomic module. And there's our first inscriber. Awesome. So with that, we have the ability to start making circuits. Now, that's not going to be fun, but we will get there. So I will tell you guys what, I think that is a good stopping point for this episode. Next time we're going to work with a calculator a little bit. We might try to go find some of the inscriber presses. I don't think I have any of those yet. I'll kind of search around, make sure, but that will be the plan, and then we will go from there. So once we can get more circuits, we can get the flawless calculator. With the flawless calculator, we can make the diamond tree and start harvesting that, which I think this area right here is going to be where we do that, just because that makes sense. I need to kind of plan out the rest of this. Honestly, I just need to do more building. That was okay. No, that was an optical illusion, maybe. I don't know. Anyways. Next time we're going to work on calculator and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!